Welcome back to Days of Our Lives channel. Today, you will learn about the explosive developments coming to Salem on Thursday, August 28th, 2025, as secrets threaten to tear apart the very fabric of our beloved community and romantic entanglements reach their boiling point in ways that will leave viewers absolutely speechless. Marlena's dangerous game of secrets. The legendary psychiatrist Dr. Marlena Evans finds herself walking an increasingly treacherous tightrope as she deliberately conceals the shocking truth about Sarah Horton Kiriakis from the rest of Salem. This isn't just any ordinary secret. It involves the explosive confession that Kristen Tamara made regarding her willingness to take the fall for a crime that could destroy multiple families. Marlena's decision to keep Sarah in the dark represents one of the most morally complex situations she's ever faced in her decades-long career. What makes this situation particularly heart-wrenching is that Marlena knows exactly how much Sarah has suffered, yet she continues to withhold information that could potentially provide closure or at least understanding about recent traumatic events. The weight of this secret is clearly taking its toll on the usually composed doctor as she struggles between her professional ethics and her personal loyalties to those she cares about most deeply. Sources close to the set reveal that Marlena's internal conflict will manifest in subtle but telling ways during her interactions with Sarah, creating an atmosphere of tension that viewers will immediately recognize. The seasoned actress Deidre Hall reportedly spent extra time preparing for these emotionally charged scenes, understanding the delicate balance required to portray a character who must lie while simultaneously showing genuine care and concern. Johnny and Channel's romance hits devastating roadblocks. The young DeMera couple faces their most challenging period yet as their romantic plans crumble in spectacular fashion. Johnny DeMera and Chanel Dupree DeMera, who have already endured more heartbreak than most couples experience in a lifetime, find themselves once again at the mercy of circumstances beyond their control. Their latest attempt at rekindling their passionate connection gets brutally interrupted just when they need each other most. Industry insiders suggest that this latest setback for the beloved newlyweds stems from external pressures related to their demanding careers and the ongoing family drama that seems to follow the DeMera name wherever it goes. The couple had planned an intimate evening designed to reconnect and reaffirm their commitment to each other, complete with all the romantic touches that have made their relationship so compelling to watch. Carson Boatman and Raven Bowens, who portray the star-crossed lovers, have reportedly been working closely with the writing team to ensure that their characters' struggles feel authentic and relatable to viewers who have invested so much emotional energy in their journey. The third romantic encounter serves as a stark reminder that happiness remains elusive for Salem's youngest power couple, setting the stage for even more dramatic developments in the coming weeks. High-stakes business dealings and unlikely alliances. The corporate landscape of Salem undergoes a seismic shift as Xander Cook and Alex Kiriakis forge an unexpected partnership that could reshape the entire business community. Their deal, struck in the aftermath of intense negotiations and careful strategic planning, represents far more than just a simple business arrangement. It's a calculated move that could have far-reaching consequences for everyone connected to both Titan Industries and DeMera Enterprises. Paul Telfer and Robert Scott Wilson bring their considerable on-screen chemistry to these pivotal business scenes, creating an atmosphere of tension and possibility that keeps viewers guessing about the true motivations behind this alliance. The agreement they reach comes at a crucial moment when both men need allies they can trust. Yet their partnership also introduces new variables into an already volatile situation. The timing of this deal coincides perfectly with Gabby's increasingly desperate attempts to gather intelligence about the merger between the two corporate giants. What neither Xander nor Alex fully realizes is that their newfound cooperation may have just handed Gabby the exact opportunity she's been searching for to advance her own agenda. Within the DeMera organization, Gabby's web of seduction and corporate espionage. Gabby Hernandez continues a relentless pursuit of information and power through increasingly bold and risky tactics. Her encounter with Alex at the Titan DeMera offices represents just the latest move in her carefully orchestrated campaign to position herself as an indispensable player in Salem's business elite. The meeting appears casual on the surface, but every word and gesture carries deeper meaning as Gabby works to advance her complex agenda. Sherry Jimenez brings a fierce intensity to these scenes that perfectly captures Gabby's determination to succeed at any cost. The character's willingness to use her considerable charm and intelligence as weapons in the corporate world demonstrates just how far she's prepared to go to secure her place in the Demera hierarchy. Her conversation with Alex contains multiple layers of subtext that astute viewers will recognize as classic Gabby manipulation. The aftermath of their meeting sets up a dangerous game of cat and mouse that could explode at any moment, especially given Alex's existing romantic interests and Gabby's reputation for leaving emotional destruction in her wake. Industry sources hint that this encounter marks the beginning of a much larger storyline that will test loyalties and relationships throughout Salem's interconnected community. Tender moments amid the chaos, in stark contrast to the scheming and manipulation surrounding them. Gabby and Javi share a genuinely sweet and heartfelt moment that reminds viewers of the authentic connections that still exist in Salem. Al Kuldan's portrayal of Javi brings a refreshing honesty to his scenes with Gabby, creating a safe space where she can temporarily drop her guard and show glimpses of her true self beneath all the corporate maneuvering. This touching interaction serves as a crucial reminder that even the most calculating characters need genuine human connection and emotional support. The bond between Gabby and Javi represents one of the few relationships in her life that isn't tainted by ulterior motives or hidden agendas, making their shared moments all the more precious and meaningful. Behind-the-scenes reports suggest that these quieter, more intimate scenes required multiple takes to capture the exact emotional tone the producers were seeking. The chemistry between Jimenez and Calderon creates an authentic portrayal of family loyalty that stands in sharp contrast to the betrayals and deceptions happening elsewhere in Salem. Sarah's emotional outpouring and Marlena's careful response. The tension reaches a breaking point when Sarah finally allows herself to express her true feelings about Kristen Dimmo's recent actions and their devastating impact on young Rachel Black. Her emotional venting session with Marlena becomes a masterclass in dramatic irony, as viewers know exactly what crucial information Marlena is deliberately withholding while Sarah pours out her heart about perceived injustices and betrayals. Lindsay Godfrey delivers a powerhouse performance as Sarah struggles to make sense of recent events without access to all the facts. Her criticism of Kristen's choices comes from a place of genuine concern for Rachel's well-being, but the incomplete picture she's working with makes her analysis both heartbreaking and frustrating for viewers who know the full truth. Marlena's responses during this crucial conversation require incredible finesse, as she must appear supportive and understanding while carefully avoiding any statements that might inadvertently reveal the secrets she's sworn to protect. The scene showcased Deidre Hall's exceptional ability to convey complex emotions through subtle facial expressions and carefully chosen words. Susan's ominous warnings and spiritual concerns. The mysterious Susan Banks makes another unsettling appearance, delivering dire warnings to Marlena about threats to her mental, physical, and spiritual well-being that seem to come from supernatural sources. Stacey Hayduke's dual role performance continues to showcase her remarkable range as she seamlessly transitions between the calculating Kristen and otherworldly Susan, each character bringing their own unique energy and perspective to Salem's ongoing dramas. Susan's latest prophecy suggests that Marlena faces dangers on multiple fronts, creating an atmosphere of impending doom that will keep viewers on the edge of their seats. The spiritual dimension that Susan brings to the show adds layers of complexity that extend far beyond the typical soap opera storylines, incorporating elements of the supernatural that have always been part of Days of Our Lives' unique appeal. These warnings come at a particularly vulnerable time for Marlena, as she struggles with the moral implications of keeping so many secrets while trying to protect the people she loves most. The timing of Susan's appearance suggests that the consequences of recent choices may be more severe and far-reaching than anyone could have anticipated. The stage is set for explosive revelations and emotional confrontations that will reshape relationships throughout Salem, as secrets threaten to destroy the very foundations of trust that hold this community together. Days of Our Lives recap Wednesday, August 27, 2025. Brady follows his instincts, Stephanie's novel wins praise, and Tate begins to question Sophia's real intentions. Life in Salem is never still, and today's episode proved just that. The characters you've come to know and love found themselves caught between secrets, suspicions, and new beginnings. For some, the day was filled with well-earned success. For others, it was a quiet test of loyalty and trust. And for one person in particular, questions about true motives are beginning to start. Stephanie's new chapter, a dream finally realized. The morning began on a hopeful note as Alex and Stephanie prepare to have breakfast with her parents. But before they left, Alex made sure Stephanie knew just how much her hard work was paying off. Stephanie's debut novel, One Stormy Night, had just been reviewed, and the results could not have been more positive. The glowing words not only praised her storytelling and imagination, but also brought Titan Publishing the kind of boost it desperately needed. For a company that had been struggling to stay afloat, her success was nothing short of a lifeline. Alex, never one to hide his enthusiasm, showered Stephanie with praise. He reminded her that this wasn't just a personal victory, it was also a turning point for Titan's reputation in Salem's competitive publishing world. To mark the milestone, Alex presented her with something unusual, a brand new phone, reserved it exclusively for business purposes. But there was a catch. He insisted that Stephanie adopt a pseudonym and ask the sounds for her professional dealings. Alex's reasoning was practical, but it also revealed how seriously he was taking her budding literary career. For Stephanie, it was a mix of flattery and caution. Accepting her pen name meant stepping into a new identity, one that might protect her privacy, but also distance her from her own name. Was Alex pushing too hard, or was he simply protecting the woman he loved from the pitfalls of fame? Steve's secret, a case solved but untold. While Stephanie basked in well-deserved recognition, her father was busy carrying secrets of his own. At the local bar, Steve met Kayla and wasted no time in announcing that he had finally cracked the ongoing Titan Demera case. The case had been hanging over Salem for weeks, causing whispers, doubts, and no shortage of tension. But Steve's declaration wasn't followed by details. He was tight-lipped, and not even Kayla could pry the truth from him. For Kayla, this wasn't just frustrating, it was worrisome. She pressed him gently, reminding him that their daughter was now tied up in Titan through her work with Alex and her new novel. Kayla's concern was clear. If Stephanie's future was linked to Titan, she had every right to know what dangers might still be lurking. But Steve, with his calm and steady demeanor, reassured her. He told Kayla that Stephanie was perfectly capable of handling herself and that she shouldn't worry. Yet his silence about the case hinted at deeper complications. If the matter was truly solved, why couldn't he share the details? And why did his reassurances feel more like a deflection than a promise? Sophia's quiet struggle, a fresh start, or a hidden agenda? As Kayla and Steve continued their conversation, a familiar face appeared. Sophia, who had just begun working at Titan, stopped by the bar to pick up food. Her presence immediately drew Kayla's attention. Kayla and Steve mentioned they were waiting for Stephanie and Alex to join them for breakfast. But Steve, ever the man of simple pleasures, decided not to wait. He ordered the special, his hunger outweighing his patience. Kayla, however, was more concerned about Sophia than about the meal. Pulling the young woman aside, Kayla gently asked how she was doing. It wasn't a casual inquiry. Kayla knew Sophia had been through struggles, and she wanted reassurance that she was truly ready for this new chapter. Sophia smiled politely and claimed that she was fine. She insisted that she was ready to move forward with her life and her career at Titan. But even as she said the words, questions lingered. Was Sophia really moving on, or was there something she wasn't admitting? Her calm exterior suggested strength, but her quick, almost rehearsed response left the impression that she might be hiding pain, even ulterior motives. Tate doubts a son who sees more than he says. While much of the day's drama revolved around Stephanie's triumph and Steve's secret, another storm was brewing quietly. Brady's son Tate was beginning to grow suspicious of Sophia. The reasons for his doubts weren't fully spelled out, but Tate had been watching her closely. Perhaps it was the way she seemed eager to insert herself into situations. Perhaps it was how quickly she claimed to have moved on. Or maybe it was just the instinct of someone young but sharp-eyed, someone unwilling to take people at face value. Whatever the reason, Tate's mistrust of Sophia was clear. And in Salem, instincts like his often turn out to be right.